Hey everybody, Henry's here. Today we're taking a look at the DCM1 PRO Shotgun microphone. Quick side note, this guy was sent free of charge to me by CKMOVA company to make this review. Now, if you're short on time, what you should know about the DCM1 PRO is that this shotgun microphone offers broadcast quality results, which is designed for professional use for video audio applications such as in televisions, interviews, shooting films, because this is highly directional, which means that it will capture very crisp and clear sounds of your talents, and it comes to you for a price that you can afford. This episode is shot entirely with the DCM1 PRO without any high-pass filter turned on, without any post-processing, except normalizing the audio levels just to boost up the audio signal. And what you should know else is that the room is not treated acoustically in the best way. I have just a piece of rug underneath the chair that I'm sitting, and there's some air conditioning running in the room. So that's pretty much it. Now sit tight and let me first start with what's coming on the box. Alright, so this is the package they delivered the microphone with. This is a very snug fit. Box itself is clean, well organized, and opening it we get some documentation for mic specs and manual control. You get the microphone clip with a 1/4 inch thread, a balanced 5-meter long XLR cable. You get the foam windscreen and the shotgun mic itself, the DCM1 PRO. In design terms, the mic feels very nice. It is built really well. It is 385mm long, and considering its length, the mic is very light, weighing only 167 grams, making it ideal for boom mic operations. The DCM1 PRO has a metal body construction made out of brass, a material choice for professional environments. You know, the pride of Rode, the Rode NTG3 is made out of brass. Now, this material is not just way more durable than aluminum, but this material also avoids RF interference. By the way, the interference tube is long 220mm and has a standard diameter, which means that you can actually fit also third-party windshields. As we move the mic around, you can see this switcher right here. The DCM1 PRO can be powered with one AA battery or through an audio recorder that provides 48-volt phantom power. This lever icon you see is the low frequency attenuation function. This offers a high-pass filter that attenuates sounds below a frequency of 80 Hz. In other words, meaning that it will reject low-end sounds such as air conditioning or rumbling in the microphone when shooting outdoors. And next to it we can see the power indicator that when turns on, it indicates that the microphone has entered the pickup state. It also indicates low battery power. On the rear you get the XLR port, and that's pretty much it in design terms. Now let's talk specs. The DCM1 PRO has a supercardioid polar pattern, a native frequency response of 40 Hz to 20 kHz, and as you see the graphic, we always refer to the blue line, which is on-axis response. A sensitivity of -37 decibels when set on phantom power, with a variance of ±3, and -38 decibels when self-powered with one AA battery. It has a signal-to-noise ratio of 80 decibels, which sits in a nice green zone, and a low frequency attenuation with a cutoff frequency of 80 Hz, a maximum sound pressure level of 130 decibels, which we'll see how it handles proximity effect in a little bit, and an output impedance of 250 ohms when supplied with phantom power, or 300 ohms when it is self-powered with one AA battery. The output impedance of your mic is very important to know, because anything below 300 ohms, it means that the DCM1 PRO in this case will actually behave very good with the mic input, and you won't have the need to actually buy a microphone amplifier. So 250 ohms when supplied with phantom power is awesome. By the way, for today's review I'm using the Zoom H5 audio recorder, and I've set the gain knob at 5.5 and I'm getting nice levels between -12 and -6, with a distance of me from the microphone around 25 centimeters or 10 inches away. So this is how the microphone sounds without any post-processing or anything, but if I play any edited audio segment, I will let you know with text graphics around the screen, okay? Don't worry about that. Now, since this comes with also a foam windscreen, I would like to try this out now and see the difference that we get. Alright, foam windscreen is on. As you can expect, of course, it will reduce some of the high frequency sounds, and that's pretty normal when you put a foam windscreen on top of the mic. Alright, now let's do a background noise test, and since the DCM1 PRO has a high pass filter switcher, then we're going to do two scenarios, with and without high pass filter, and since there is an air conditioning running in the room, it's going to be very interesting. So the first scenario is going to be with a high pass filter turned off. So let's start. very quiet. Now let's turn on the high pass filter. Okay, high pass filter is turned on. Air conditioning running in the room. Let's see how is it going to kill the low end sounds. Alright, now I'm going to play some music on the background, and here I have my iPhone. I'm going also to get this other perspective view. So I'm going to play this music on the background, and it's going to be very loud. Okay, the gain knob here, I'm going to lower it down to maybe 4.9, 4.8, something like that, to get nice levels. And actually now it's becoming very, very loud, and I would love to actually wear the headphones, because it's so loud that it's like I'm on a bar that is playing music on the background. Now this is much better. It sounds like the DCM1 Pro is actually focusing on my voice, and it's rejecting pretty well. I would say it's doing an amazing job of rejecting the off-axis sounds. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your comments. Another thing that I love about shotgun microphones is that they capture amazing sound effects, because they are highly directional, which means they will grasp crisp and very clear sounds of, you know, things that or objects that you are playing on the shot. So yeah, here's a little clip that I have prepared for you. Enjoy. Alright, so I pulled down the microphone. Now what I'm going to do first is a polar pattern test. So I'm going to speak around the mic and see how the sound comes off from the microphone on different sides. So right now I'm talking right on top of the microphone. This is 0 degree, this is on axis. So now let's move on its left, which is 270 degrees. I should remember you that this has a low of sensitivity on its rear, on its bottom, because this is a supercardioid condenser microphone. But not as bad as the hypercardioid mic, which has a huge or a bigger polar pattern on its rear. So this is good. Now I'm on the other side, speaking, talking. This is 90 degrees. And now again 0 degrees. So this is the polar pattern test of me talking around the mic. Now I have prepared for you another polar pattern test with a white noise. So check that out. Now I'm 3 fingers away from the microphone, and I'm going to do a voiceover test and also check the plosives. This is going to sound a bit Italian, but here it goes. Papa fai la pizza, mama fai la pausa, which means dad makes the pizza, mom takes a break. Papa fai la pizza, mama fai la pausa, which means dad makes the pizza, mom takes a break. You know, I've used the foam windscreen on this mic for the past few videos that I've made on this channel, and to be honest, I really love the voice work that I can get out of the DCM1 Pro with the foam windscreen they provide on top of the mic, because it beefens up your voice, and it's great for voiceover tests and also for podcast scenarios, because it gives exactly that presence that you need. So yeah, I really love the foam windscreen, and I think it does a pretty good job also with the plosives. Alright, now I'm going to do a wind blowing test on top of the microphone without and with the foam windscreen. So let's start. It's killing it. I can see right on my Zoom H5. And I'm blowing very, very lightly. Now let's put the foam. Okay, foam windscreen is right on top. Let's start the test. It's protecting very well. It's doing a great job. Alright, so I broke it on purpose, but the foam windscreen works great, does an amazing job. But again, in outdoor conditions, where there is a very strong wind, you don't want to risk it by bringing just the foam windscreen, but you will also need your dead cat or maybe a blimp with a fur on top, which is the best solution. And by the way, the CKMOVA also sells separately dead cats for the DCM1 Pro model, so you can check that out. Alright, now this is a distance test. I have mounted the microphone on top of my G9. So right now I'm away from the microphone 60 centimeters or 2 feet away, 90 centimeters or 3 feet away. Okay, 120 centimeters or 4 feet away, 150 centimeters or 5 feet away. Okay, 180 centimeters or 6 feet away, 7 feet or 210 centimeters away, 7 feet or 210 centimeters away. Alright, that was the distance test. I hope the DCM1 Pro did a good job here. Alright, so after all the tests that I did, which I hope you found them enjoyable, I would like to now list the pros and the cons of the mic. Let's start first with the downside. There is just one downside about the DCM1 Pro, and that is sensitivity, which means you cannot use this mic to actually record animal sounds in a distance. For example, if you are going to visit Safari West Park Zoo and you want to capture some animal sounds in the distance, you cannot do that with this mic, because you will have to actually set the gain pretty high, which will introduce noise on your preamps, and yeah, that's a thing. So now let's list the pros. First of all, build quality, made out of brass, not just way more durable than aluminum, but also avoiding RF interference, which is great. It also offers optional battery, one AA battery, to self-power the mic if your camera doesn't supply phantom power in that scenario. It has an awesome signal to noise ratio of 80 decibels, which sits right in the green zone by emphasizing the voice or the sound of your talent over the background noise or background music, as we saw on the example above. It offers high-pass filter to remove low-end sounds and comes to you for a price that you cannot beat. It retails right now for 132 euros, and believe me, it sounds very underpriced to me when considering its rivals on this price, because it offers such many features. And I think that CKMOVA is doing this for a good cause, for a good reason, because they want to build the trust among the audience and the fans. Now, to sum it up, in reality, the DCM1 Pro has just overcome my expectations of a shotgun mic. It rejects off-axis sounds on the rear and on the sides and focuses to on-axis sounds, so to the talent, in such an incredible way. And thanks to its long interference tube, it helps with aggressive directionality to the talent by giving presence. Choosing such a microphone for your project, it's just going to improve drastically your audio game, and of course it's going to make your talent to sound fuller, to have more presence, and with a little EQ adjustment, this mic plays out amazing, I'm telling you. Now, the CKMOVA company that does the DCM1 Pro is a Chinese professional manufacturer in microphones and also earphones that, after much success in China since 2015, has entered now the global market share. And yeah, the DCM1 Pro is just a proof of that, right? You know, I'm also going to test out this microphone regarding the fact that shotgun microphones behave more naturally when they are outside, so stay tuned about that video. So if you are interested to buy the DCM1 Pro, I'm going to leave the links in the description below, and you can also follow and check the CKMOVA social media, and you can of course reach out to them. They are very, very responsive and gentle. And yeah, if you do have any question or comment, you may as well leave it down in the comment section below. So that was pretty much it. I really hope you found this video enjoyable and interesting. And yeah, I'm Henry. Have a good one. Thanks again for watching. Bye bye.